Welcome back to the Tigers Den podcast, guys. Before we get started, you know what we got to do. Smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new. And don't forget to ring that bell and join the Noti squad. 7-0 looks so good on Grambling State, and they beat down Auburn last week. 63-14 was your final. GSU exploded in the second quarter for 35 points. Chris King had an amazing game, 22 of 27 for 346, 5 touchdowns, and 1 INT. After throwing that INT, Chris went off. This kid is something special. In the backfield, Joe Thomas finished the day with 32 carries for 231 yards and 2 scores. JT was beasting. He had 60 yards after contact. Kevin Easley finished with 86 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Paxson even got a rushing touchdown in this game. The one consistent thing this year has been the run game. Joe Thomas has a chance to break his own rushing records. That's something we should keep an eye on. Out wide, Sean Edwards is a monster. 7 grabs for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both catches for touchdowns were 2 of the most impressive catches all season. He's turning it into a human highlight reel. Rob Bradford finished with 7 grabs for 76 yards and a score. Cox and Paxson each caught a touchdown as well. On defense, what a show by the G-men. Jason West and Mike Collins led the way with 8 tackles. Caleb Causey had 2 sacks. West, Maynard, and Goff each had a sack in the game. And big shout out to the secondary. Eric Rogers and Rayshawn Baker each had an interception. An all-around great showing by the G-men's defense, holding Auburn to 7-15 on third down. Only negative was giving up 186 rushing yards. And for the first time this year, the BCS rankings are out, and our Tigers are sitting pretty at number 1. Oklahoma's in at 2. A&M is 3. Notre Dame is in at 4. Cincy is 5. Oregon is 6. The Buckeyes are in at 7. Our next opponent, LSU, is in at 8. Texas is 9, and Minnesota rounds out your top 10. To the recruiting trail we go. No additions to the class this week, but we did add a couple of depth players, though. Meet 4-star athlete Kerry Walden from Florida. He has linebacker traits but could also play wideout. He could also be a solid coverage linebacker. Then there's 3-star tight end Matt Schroeder. He's on the smaller end at 6'1", 243, but he would make a great receiving tight end. His receiving ability is excellent, but we have to work on that speed. Taking a look at the top of the class, and Grambling State is sitting in first place with 11 total recruits. Make sure you guys stay up to date with everything Grambling State Dynasty. I'm going to start uploading a weekly video on my IGTV, so make sure you guys come through and follow your boy at Big C Gat Game. Well, it's time to get ready for Week 9 and the Battle of Louisiana. It's been a rivalry that's seen Grambling State win the last 4 matchups against LSU. The Bayou Bengals come in 5-2 on the season, and they're coming in on a 4-game winning streak. LSU is led by QB Ben Smith. He's thrown for 1,542 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. He is a pocket passer with a decent arm. We have to make sure we bring the pressure with the D-line this week. In the backfield, James Amos is a stud, rushing for 566 yards and 6 touchdowns. The junior has a great mix of power and speed. It's going to be important for the G-men to wrap up and tackle this week. Out wide, Rayshawn Baker and the boys will have their hands full with John Johnson. He leads LSU in catches, yards, and TDs. Junior Chase Green is another dangerous weapon. He's caught 18 balls for 235 yards and 2 scores. And Lewis Coley is another weapon. He has 3 TDs on the year. On defense, John Thomas leads the team in tackles, but at D-end, Matthew Allen and Lance Green lead the team in sacks with 3 apiece. Free safety Chris Baker and corner Tyrell Williams lead the team with 2 interceptions. Digging deeper into their roster, LSU is weak at D-end, but stronger at D-tackle. Williams and Wilson are big bodies that will plug holes up the middle. They are deep at linebacker, though. Dave Schaefer has solid speed and can tackle, and Thomas and Christian are 2 stud middle linebackers. In the secondary, LSU is 3 deep at corner, and all 3 have great coverage ability. At free safety, Chris Baker is a playmaker and can get after the ball, but keep an eye on Nick Nichols. The senior is speedy and plays all over the field. And it looks like Herbie is rolling with Grambling State this week. Before we get out of here, here's a look at the stats for the season. We are coming to the end of Season 6, and a lot of you guys are concerned that this might be the end of the series, and that's not the case at all. I want to at least go 10 seasons out of this dynasty. I'm having so much fun building this team and molding this team into a juggernaut. There have been more memorable players that have come through GSU, and the future is looking bright for the black and gold. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and thumbs this video up and hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Twitter, IG, and Facebook at Big C Gat Game. And we'll talk from Baton Rouge for the Battle of Louisiana. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.